Hello and welcome to the Bluestar-h channel. Thank you for joining us on another relaxing journey. And if you haven't yet, please take a moment to subscribe so you won't miss our upcoming travel videos from across Europe and beyond. In today's video, we'll be showing you a peaceful drive through Austria, beginning from the border of the Czech Republic. Our final destination is the famous alpine village of Hallstatt, but the continuation of that route will be featured in our next video. For now, sit back and enjoy the scenery as we make our way across the Austrian countryside. We begin our drive just past the Czech border, where the road leads us south into Upper Austria. This area is known for its rolling hills, quiet villages, and well-maintained roads that wind through forested landscapes and farmlands. Crossing into Austria is typically smooth and uneventful. Both countries are part of the Schengen area, which allows border-free travel across much of Europe. Still, it's always a good idea to keep your passport or ID handy, as random checks may occur from time to time. Austria is a country that takes pride in its order, efficiency, and respect for nature, and you can feel it as soon as you hit the road. From the perfectly paved highways to the neatly arranged towns, everything feels calm, clean, and well-organized. But with that also comes the expectation that drivers follow the rules, strictly. So here are a few things to keep in mind as you drive through Austria. Safety reminders? Always wear your seatbelt, regardless of where you're sitting. This includes passengers in the back seat, which is often forgotten but is just as important. Make sure the driver has a valid license and that the license covers the type of vehicle being driven. Driving without proper documentation can lead to fines or worse, especially during police stops. Be sure not to exceed the maximum passenger capacity of your vehicle. Safety and legality go hand in hand here. Keep all necessary vehicle documents on hand: your registration, insurance papers, and driving license. In Austria, it's not uncommon to be pulled over for a random check, especially on intercity routes and in border regions.
One more critical detail. In Austria, you need a toll pass to use the main motorways. This is called a vignette, and without one, you could face a significant fine. Today, most drivers use a digital vignette known as the digitale vignette. You can buy it online from the official Asfinag website, asfinag.at, or at most gas stations near the border, convenience stores, or rest areas. There are three main options available: a 10-day pass, a 2-month pass, or a 1-year pass, depending on how long you plan to stay or travel in Austria. Once purchased, the digital vignette is linked to your vehicle license plate, so there's no physical sticker to worry about. That said, keep in mind that some tunnels and mountain routes, like the Glenalm Tunnel or Bosrach Tunnel, require additional tolls even if you already have a vignette. These are usually well marked and you can pay them on the spot or online. As we continue driving, you'll notice how the landscape gently shifts. We move through rural areas with charming farmhouses, well-kept fields, and traditional Austrian homes adorned with flower boxes under every window. Occasionally, you'll pass cyclists or hikers, reminders that Austrians love their outdoor lifestyle. The air is fresh, the pace is relaxed, and every corner of this country seems designed for calm and balance. This region of Austria, just north of Salzkammergut, is peaceful. And yet it's only a short drive away from some of the country's most dramatic alpine scenery. Let's take a moment to talk briefly about Austria itself. This is a small country with a big cultural legacy, home to legendary composers like Mozart, Strauss, and Schubert, as well as a long imperial history centered around Vienna and the Habsburg dynasty. It's also one of the most naturally beautiful countries in Europe, dominated by the Alps, dotted with lakes, and filled with walkable towns and villages. Whether you're exploring the cities or driving through the countryside like we are today, Austria offers a balance of history, harmony, and hospitality. As we wrap up the driving portion of today's video, here's a quick recap of what to prepare when driving in Austria. Seatbelts for all passengers. A valid driving license, appropriate for your vehicle. Never exceed the maximum allowed number of passengers. Keep your documents ready for random checks. Buy and activate your digital vignette before entering highways. Be aware of extra tolls for tunnels or mountain routes. Follow speed limits, which are strictly enforced. These simple steps will help ensure your road trip is smooth, safe, and fully legal.
Our journey to Hallstatt doesn't end here, but will continue in the next video. In that episode, we'll take you through the scenic final leg of the drive and explore the peaceful village nestled between the mountains and the lake. Until then, thank you for joining us on this relaxing road trip through Austria. If you enjoyed the journey and found the tips helpful, please give this video a like, leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the Bluestar-h channel for more peaceful adventures across Europe. See you in the next video. And as always, travel safe and drive mindfully.